Maya sat by the window, looking at the empty street. The rain was soft, tapping on the glass like a quiet song. She held a cold cup of tea in her hands. She didn't drink it, she just held it for comfort. It had been 3 years since Ari and Lev. They used to live in this house together. They used to laugh in the kitchen, cook dinner side by side, watch movies under a shared blanket. Now the house was silent, too silent. At first, Arian was loving and kind. He brought her flowers, held her hand, and listened when she talked. Maya thought it would last forever. She believed their love was strong. But slowly, things changed. Arian stopped asking how her day was. He stayed late at work, came home tired, barely speaking. When she asked what was wrong, he would just say, "Nothing, I'm fine." But she knew he wasn't. They stopped touching. No more hugs, no kisses. They ate dinner in silence. Maya cried in the bathroom where he couldn't see her. She didn't know how to fix it. She tried to smile, to stay kind, to give him space. But love cannot live in silence. One day, Arian came home, stood by the door, and said, "I can't do this anymore." Maya didn't speak. Her heart felt like it cracked inside her chest. "I don't feel anything," he added. "I'm sorry." And then he left. Maya didn't chase him. She just stood still, hearing the door close behind him. That sound stayed with her for a long time. Days turned into weeks. She waited at first, thinking maybe he just needed a break. Maybe he'd come back and say, "I made a mistake." But he never came back, and he never called. People told her to move on. He wasn't the one, they said. "You'll find someone better." But Maya didn't want someone better. She wanted the man she used to love, the man who made her laugh in the grocery store, who wrote silly notes on the fridge. That man was gone. Or maybe he had never really been there. Maybe she had loved a dream. Maya tried to be normal again. She went to work. She met friends for lunch. She smiled when people asked how she was. But inside, she felt cold and empty. She tried dating again. A nice man named Rohit asked her out. He was gentle and sweet, but when he touched her hand, she felt nothing. Her heart was a quiet room, and no one lived there anymore. "I'm sorry," she told Rohit. "It's not your fault. I don't have love to give." Rohit nodded sadly. He didn't ask again. Some nights, Maya would wake up and reach out to the other side of the bed, forgetting that it was empty. Then she would cry softly into her pillow, not because Arian left, but because she didn't understand why. She had loved him with her whole heart. What did she do wrong? Was she not enough? These questions stayed in her mind like shadows that never left. Her friends stopped asking. They didn't know what else to say. People don't like sadness for too long. They want happy endings. But not all stories end with love. Some just end. One rainy evening, Maya took out an old box from her closet. Inside were pictures, her and Arian, smiling at the beach, holding hands in the mountains, laughing at a birthday party. She stared at one photo where he looked at her like she was the only person in the world. Her fingers touched his face in the picture. "Where did that love go?" she whispered. She took the photo and placed it on the table. Then she lit a candle beside it, not to bring him back, just to say goodbye. Arian, in another city, sat alone in his small apartment. He had a job, a routine, even new friends, but his heart was not full. He sometimes thought of Maya, especially when it rained. He remembered her soft voice, the way she made tea, the way she looked at him with so much love. He left because he felt empty. But he didn't find anything better. He only found more emptiness. He thought about calling her many times, but what would he say? Sorry, I broke your heart. That wouldn't fix anything. So he stayed quiet. Back in her home, Maya sat in silence. She no longer cried every day. The pain was still there, but it didn't burn like it used to. It just sat in her chest, heavy but quiet. She didn't hate Arian. She didn't even wish for him to come back. She only wished she had known the truth earlier, that love can fade even when you give it everything. She stood up and opened the window. The rain had stopped. The air smelled clean, like something new might begin, even if it wasn't love. Maybe someday she would feel something again. Maybe not. But for now, she was alive. That was enough.